All right, welcome to a little daily review. I want to do this kind of before market closes just because I don't really like anything else. I'm still holding my bearish bias, but it's day for FOMC. We really can do anything. We're kind of already seeing a little bit of manipulation with this this move higher, then move lower, and then kind of just consolidating here. Nothing of value that I really want to be in and looking at. So here we have the weekly profile so far. So we have previous week high, and then we have previous week low. As we see, I just want to get the fib of this. Right now, we're in the upper half of that, so we are in a premium market as of right now. We traded back into this buy side imbalance once again. And what do we know about the second time trading into array? It's probably not as high probability. It's less likely that this is going to hold to then trade higher. As you see, we have this nice wick here trading up into new day opening gap. Also was yesterday's first presented fair value gap. We'll get into that. And then trading back off of that. We have this 1 hour fair value gap. I don't expect this to hold just because like this wick that we had, but this will be an important rate probably for tomorrow. We'll probably extend that out for tomorrow's trading to see if that's impactful at all. What do want to note is this sell side imbalance, that new week opening gap. Then we have trading down lower, and if you look at yesterday's video, we traded into our draw on liquidity right here. Tomorrow is FOMC, and what do we kind of have? We kind of have relative equal highs, just a little bit, and then we have this was just a very shallow raid. And if we actually look at ES uses this buy side imbalance again, and then we still have relative equal lows on ES. So we in a sense have sell side and we have buy side, which is exactly what they want before FOMC. So which is why I just want to stay still, just be patient. Nothing needs to happen. We are below weekly open, so we are on a discount in terms of the weekly candle already, but in terms of the weekly range that we had, we just expanded, so we're kind of in the short-term premium. We have traded below a low, so it kind of could go either way. We do have this buy side imbalance here with an old high that we might want to reference to tomorrow on FOMC. I do want to pull up the daily chart because I think that's really what I want to focus on here. I do want to pull up ES because I think that's more beneficial. So we look at ES. ES doesn't have too many arrays like NQ. We have this wick constant recruitment that I actually don't have marked, but probably should be marked. And we have this volume imbalance. This volume imbalance is lacking sell side delivery. So that's kind of my draw on liquidity unless if this down close candle supports price. So we would have to really gain our grounds here to trade higher, but that does not look likely when we go down the lower time frame. So I'm kind of expecting this discount volume balance. That's my draw on liquidity, but it's FOMC. Let's just see what happens. There's no reason to really need to be in there tomorrow. Just practice it. Just look at it. Just study it, and just tape read it. And that's as simple as that. If we look at NQ hash trading back down into this buy side imbalance. So this should be an area where we send price higher. If not, we have this volume imbalance here. And other than that, we have this discount volume imbalance. We don't have like clear liquidity objectives except for this high. We have this high, we have this low. So there's not anything I really like, but I do like this high. What are we? We're overall bullish here. So which is why kind of having a counter trend bias for this week can kind of hurt you. If you look at the weekly chart, we've just been straight up here. Almost, I believe we're at equilibrium of this price run. So this could be a place where we just consolidate. Yeah, we're above. We're in a premium. So we could consolidate here on the weekly chart, but let's kind of just look at I just kind of want to look at what transpired today because it was very clean. So overnight, we just end up trading lower. Notice how we have engineered some, it's on this chart actually. We have engineered some really nice Asia highs. And as ICT pointed out, we do have this level up here that also is clean. And we also have buy side here. So we have buy side liquidity that's clear, buy side liquidity here, and then we also have sell side, and we also have possible discount draws. So we have both buy side and sell side draws, which is exactly what they want for FOMC. Which is actually why I don't really want to trade for the rest of today. So as we see, we come back down, 7 a.m. We'll look into that in detail. Then we're trading lower. Then we hit a reversal here to then trade higher. Notice here how we have this 1 hour SIBI. We use that to expand lower, and then we're trading up, and we have this 1 hour buy side imbalance. I don't think this 1 hour buy side imbalance is really going to hold just because of these wicks, but it could. We could then end up trading here, but I don't really want to predict that. I'm kind of just looking for that overall draw lower on ES. That's kind of just what I'm looking for, unless if we prove ourselves to be bullish. So sticking to bearish bias unless proven bullish. I want to look at the 1 minute chart. On ES, this is very clean. We have very nice relative equal highs. We come back down to the lows. Then we have this reversal at what? 952 and 950 macro provides a reversal. Then we trade up, and then we have this little manipulation. Now we're kind of back, just trading back and forth, back and forth, back. We're spending a lot of time. So this is not a market that I really want to be in or care to be in. Yes, it can do what it wants to do. And this is kind of just, actually I want to pull up this chart. Notice how high gets put at first presented for value gap. And notice how this was a very nice draw on liquidity here. Very nice. These are one of my favorite draws on liquidity when we have a nice imbalance above a low or below a low. Like this, that's going to be a very strong draw on liquidity. And then we have these equal lows. And then that's that 1 hour buy side imbalance that we traded back down into. And then we hit, this is a daily SIBI, I believe, on the higher time frame. And then we hit that open float. We trade lower, hit that, accumulate to then send us higher. Notice that we trade above London high right here. London high gets traded up into, and we're leaving Asia liquidity here because of that first presented for value gap. Very nice, very nice. So a thing I do want to point out is this first presented electronic trading hours for value gap 5-1 gets used, and then we have all these first presented for value gaps that the algorithm's not going to forget about. If we look at 5-2 daily low, look at that beautifully right there. After taking this buy side liquidity and trade up into this inefficiency, spending time there to then trade lower, back down, stop on tier, trade up higher, IOFED, entry, breakaway gap, first presented fair value gap right here, very small one with that volume imbalance, boom, traded into there. Then we trade up higher, just displacement up into this. This is an old fair value gap that I have marked. It's just an old fair value gap, that's all it is. And notice how it makes the high right there at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. trades lower. And then now we're just trading around that same fair value gap around this. Overnight though, notice how we use that 5-5 first presented fair value gap, trading to the high of it, constant encroachment, break down, IOFED, trade lower, consolidation, using this 327 first presented fair value gap low with an old daily low. Now we're trading lower, 5-1 midnight opening range. And today's midnight opening range, I didn't really mark it just because it kind of shares the similar ranges to this 5-1 midnight opening range. So I don't want to have too many midnight opening ranges on my chart. Then we trade lower, look at this. Then we trade up higher, new week opening gap perfectly at 3 a.m. 3:30, that's your sweet spot. We trade lower. Oops. Let me lock that in. Then we trade lower. 5-1 new day opening gap. Consolidate around that. We trade up into that. Notice what we've done. Discount. We're creating some back and forth. We're tracing up into a PDRA. Buy side taken. Buy side taken right here. Boom. Falling over. IOFED. Trading lower into a new day opening gap. Look at this new day opening gap low with that first presented electronic trading hours for value gap. We get displacement. Retail thinks we're going short, chasing this. Traders may think we're just falling out of bed here. Then we snap up. This is displacement. Displacement after 10 a.m. After or at 10 a.m. right there. Boom. Big, large, up close candle away from the move. We have constant encroachment of this wick. It's that, and then now we're at right now. Notice how we are just consolidating. There's nothing of any substance or value in the chart right now. So anyways, hopefully you all have a good rest of your day. I will post a daily PDF review And other than that, I will see you guys probably tomorrow if I do another review.